Alright everyone, I'm the Michael Myers fanatic back with another movie review. I normally don't do these because every time I do, I get into some kind of copyright trouble, but I randomly posted on Facebook and I asked the audience, should I review the Mortal Kombat films? And they said yes. So, I'm gonna do that. And I'm gonna start with the original Mortal Kombat. And what it says here, Mortal Kombat is a 1995 American fantasy martial arts film written by Kevin Droney and directed by Paul W.S. Anderson. It was produced by Lawrence Kasanoff, and it stars Robin Shou as Liu Kang, Linden Ashby as Johnny Cage, Bridgette Wilson, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but yeah, as Sonya Blade, Christopher Lambert as Lord Raiden, and it says that it is a loose adaptation of the early entries in the fighting game series Mortal Kombat. And that it is. They are correct. The movie is basically about this monk, this Chinese monk named Liu Kang, played by Robin Shou. He's having trouble getting over the death of his brother named Chan. Chan is played by Stephen Ho. I know I'm not supposed to laugh, but that name just sounds funny. I'm sorry. His last name's Ho. It's funny. But anyway, he plays as Chan Kang, Liu Kang's brother. He was killed by Shang Tsung in the beginning of the movie. And of course, Liu Kang wakes up. So I'm not saying that the beginning of the movie wasn't real. I'm saying that effectively, even though it did happen, technically the beginning of the movie is also a dream. That's a little interesting fact right there. The movie starts off in Hong Kong, and we see a little bit of each warrior's life. They show us Liu Kang first, and we learn that Liu Kang is a monk, and he is a part of a temple called the Temple of the Order of Light. And in that temple, they worship their god, Lord Raiden. Like the Israelites worship Yahweh, or some people call him Yahweh. They worship Lord Raiden in China, according to Mortal Kombat. He's their god. So, I thought that was interesting. Yeah, Liu Kang, he's having trouble getting over the death of his brother. And I can understand that, because if my brother died, I'd go nuts. So, then we meet Sonya Blade, portrayed by Bridgette Wilson. I don't know how you pronounce her name. Somebody let me know that in the comment section. Is it Bridget or Brigitte? I don't know, but I don't like her. She's a bit of a butthole. Sorry, but she is. I don't like Sonya Blade, but it is what it is. And from what the writer is telling us, she is a bit egotistical. She doesn't like to ask for help. She thinks she knows everything. If you already know everything, why do you need training? So that should tell her right there. We meet Johnny Cage, played by Linden Ashby, and he's on the set of one of his movies, and he's fighting these three guys, and he's beating the crap out of them. But then we find out that was all part of his movie. And Johnny Cage, like Sonya, is another jerk. And the thing that really gets me going is when he sees Liu Kang walking by, he says, "Hey, can you take my bags?" And he offers Liu Kang money. And Liu Kang actually takes his luggage and throws it into the water. Now, I like that scene because, to me, it kind of looked a bit racist. It's like he thought because Liu Kang was a foreigner, he was just going to automatically carry his bags, and like he was, accustomed to subservient duties because he was Chinese. And so Liu Kang says, "I'll carry your bags." He says, "Is it going to be a problem?" He says, "No." He takes his luggage and he throws it into the water. And I thought to myself, that's what he gets. And if it were me, I would have took him and kicked him and threw him right in there with his luggage. Because I didn't like that. You know, that was a bit arrogant. But then, when Johnny Cage interacts with Sonya Blade, he does the same thing because she's a woman. He says, oh, well, I have to rescue you because you're a woman. And then I got to thinking, maybe he's not really a racist. Maybe Johnny Cage is just a jerk. I mean, it does happen. But anyways, then, of course, we meet Lord Raiden, played by Christopher Lambert. And Raiden, you know, he's telling Liu Kang, he says, hey, look, you've got to go and fight in this tournament. Every person is responsible for their own destiny. And Liu Kang's like, I lost my brother, you know, I feel responsible because I let him die. And they're like, no, you're not. You're not responsible for your brother's death. Look, this is the part I don't get. Why can't you guys understand that he feels guilty? His brother is dead. Of course he's gonna feel some guilt. I mean, they have to understand that he is human. And humans don't understand things like that. It takes us a while to reach that level of understanding. But anyway, as time goes on, Raiden is basically preaching to them. You know, that's basically what he's doing. He tells them their sins and their faults. Because he's like Mortal Kombat's version of God, you know. He tells Liu Kang, you know, you're running away from your destiny. You already fled it once when you went to America. And he tells Sonya, you, Sonya Blade, are afraid to admit that even sometimes you need help. He says you must not be afraid to ask for help or you'll lose. And this one was my favorite. He told Johnny Cage, he said, you, Johnny, are afraid that you're a fake. So you'll rush into any fight just to prove you're not. That's true. Sometimes when people feel like they have something to prove, that's when they make the biggest mistakes. You know, you gotta stop worrying about what people think about you. Some people think you're a fake. So what? As long as he knows he's not a fake, that's all that should matter. But anyway, as time goes on, then we meet Shang Tsung. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce his name. You also have Sonya pursuing Kano. And Kano is an Australian underworld crime boss who joins forces with Shang Tsung. Eventually, Sonya ends up killing Kano in the Mortal Kombat tournament. And I think that in some weird way, Kano was attracted to Sonya, even though he wanted to kill her. And maybe she was attracted to him. Maybe there was some sexual tension there, I don't know. But I just picked up on something, that there's something more going on that they're not saying. Maybe they're secretly attracted to each other. But anyway, as we go throughout the tournament, they're basically killing all the characters. Liu Kang fights this random black guy with dreadlocks. Then he takes the soul of the black guy with the dreadlocks. So, you know, and he took Liu Kang's brother's soul. So, you know, that's kind of weird. After actually, and excuse me guys, I got that wrong. Pardon me. Actually, Sub-Zero fought this random guy before Artline fought Goro. I got the two scenes mixed up. Excuse me. It's been a while since I've done these reviews. Actually, I did one a couple weeks ago, but anyway, I haven't reviewed an actual movie in a long time. Moving on here. Then after that, Kano fought Sonya and she broke his neck with her legs. So, there's that. And then Johnny Cage had to fight Scorpion in the living forest. And that's the thing. How did Johnny Cage know where to go? It's like, did Shang Tsung say, okay, go here to the living forest? I didn't quite get that. Liu Kang ended up fighting Sub-Zero. Then Arlene fought Goro. So sorry about that, guys. I apologize. I got that scene wrong. Maybe it's because I was a bit nervous because I haven't reviewed movies in a while. So forgive me for that. But then Arlene, which was the bald-headed black guy, he fought Goro. And Goro ended up killing him, and he got his soul taken by Shang Tsung. Then Johnny Cage basically got pissed off, and he said, you know, he told Shang Tsung, I want to challenge Goro. And Shang Tsung's all like, oh, you're gonna die and all this. He's like, are you that eager to die? And Johnny Cage is like, I'm not the one who's gonna die. Of course, after that, Johnny Cage basically wins the fight by punching Goro in his balls, in his testicles, whatever you want to call him. And he runs away from him, lures Goro onto a cliff, and kicks Goro off the cliff. Then Shang Tsung gets annoyed and pissed off, and he kidnaps Sonya Blade, and he takes her to Outworld. Then Liu Kang and Johnny Cage have to go to Outworld, and Johnny Cage, he made me laugh in this movie. He really did. He had me cracking up. He's like, I don't know, they just portrayed him as, he was a good fighter, but he was a bit dumb. That's the way they portrayed him. Like he wasn't exactly the sharpest knife in the drawer. But anyway, they go to Outworld. Johnny Cage is busy cracking jokes and stuff like that. And Reptile just comes out of nowhere. Because Liu Kang happens to see Reptile, and Reptile's this lizard. Liu Kang throws him inside this machine that turns him into a ninja. And by the way, Liu Kang has a crush on Princess Kitana. Some people say Kitana, some people say Kitana. Whichever way you want to say, I guess. And she's played by Talisa Soto. And Robin Shou and Talisa Soto were the only two original cast members to return for the sequel, Mortal Kombat Annihilation, which I'll be reviewing next if God allows it. But anyway, Liu Kang fights Reptile. Liu Kang wins. And next he fights Shang Tsung. Shang Tsung tries to use the spirit of Liu Kang's brother to trick him, but it doesn't work. And Liu Kang ends up killing Shang Tsung. And he says flawless victory. Even though technically it wasn't a flawless victory, I think he just wanted to say that to use it against Shang Tsung because Shang Tsung had been saying it all this time. So he said, there, I'm gonna throw it back in your face. He kills him, and that's when he finds out that his brother wasn't mad at him at all. His brother didn't want him to feel guilty about his death. He said, go in peace, my brother. And I'm assuming that his brother goes to heaven. So basically, just when they think that everything's all right, Shao Kahn comes out of nowhere and he's like, you weak, pathetic fools, I've come for your souls. And then Raiden's like, I don't think so. And the Mortal Kombat theme comes on and they're like, Mortal Kombat! And the movie goes off. And then that's when they let you know that there's a sequel coming, which is Mortal Kombat Annihilation. So you guys let me know, did you enjoy Mortal Kombat? I did. I thought it was very good. And I believe that it premiered August 18th, 1995. I'm not sure, so I'm gonna go check. Yeah, guys, I just checked and it says August 18th, 1995. So as I said, did you enjoy Mortal Kombat? Let me know what you thought about the film. Put your thoughts in the comment section. Okay, next I'm going to be reviewing Mortal Kombat Annihilation. That is the sequel that came out in November of 1997. So, I'm the Michael Myers fanatic. I approve this message. This has been Mortal Kombat from August 18th of 1995.